Be confident, be bold, be authentic, but don't forget to take action. This is Ordinary to Badass, where our stories empower women to step into the spotlight of their own lives and pursue what they're truly passionate about. It's time to step into the arena and become more than just extraordinary. It's time to become a badass with your host, Marie Sonneman.
Welcome to Ordinary to Badass, episode number 194. I am so excited for you to hear this episode. In this episode, you're going to hear why Christa Elza is so badass. If you missed last episode, Christa is a family nurse practitioner and she practices holistic medicine. So there are so many great takeaways that Christa had. So definitely go back and listen. But if you're short on time and you just want a quick recap, get to the nitty gritty, then absolutely listen to this episode, 3 reasons why Christa Elza is so badass. Okay, can I tell you? I'm getting super excited for the book to come out. I'm just like a kid on Christmas Eve, and I know there's still not quite a month left, but there's still some time left, right? And so I'm getting antsy. I'm like, okay, I want to get this done. I want to get this out there to the world. My part of it is pretty much done at this point, but I'm ready to let you see the book, and I'm super excited. And I think Monday I'll announce the title to you because I did switch the title. It was a big thing, a big to-do, but I did end up switching the title, and I'm absolutely loving it and love where this, like what this book has come to be and come to represent. So I can't wait to get it into your hands. And yeah, I'll tell you more about it Monday. Super excited. So make sure that you tune in. And with that, let's get to the episode. Welcome to Ordinary to Badass. Whether you're ordinary or badass, I am so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to share 3 reasons why Christa Elza is so badass. So let me just run through them really quick, and then we can get down to it. 3 reasons why Christa Elza is so badass. 1, for her coffee hack. 2, for walking the plank. And 3, for being a copycat. All right, let's get into it. The first reason why Christa Elza is so badass is because of her coffee hack. So Christa talked about how much she loved coffee and that it got to the point where she was drinking coffee and then she'd drink a soda, get some sort of energy drink, whatever it was, and then she's like, oh, I haven't drank any water today. Does that sound familiar? I don't know about you, but I certainly got into that habit, or for most of my life, and especially my adult life, I get my water and my coffee, right? So I can relate, but Christa talked about the idea of habit stacking. If you haven't listened to James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, definitely couldn't recommend that enough. And I think that's where Christa got the idea of habit stacking. So she said if she wants coffee, then she has to drink water first. So when she would get up and get ready in the morning, she'd have a big water bottle, I don't know how big, but she'd have it ready and she'd have to drink that. When she took the kids to school in the morning, she'd take the water bottle. She had to finish that bottle of water before she had any coffee. So when she got home, she could indulge and have the coffee if she finished her water. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm just not motivated to switch my habits. And I certainly was not ever really motivated to give up my coffee habit and start drinking more water. But if you play little tricks with yourself like Christa did, like, okay, I can't have any coffee until I drink my water. Okay, cool. That's more likely to push you into doing it. That's more likely to get you like, okay, I'm going to drink this dang water, suck it down if I have to, and then get me to my coffee. And I know that would be me. I would just like chug it just to be done and just to, get my coffee in. But it's small small tricks that you can do to make yourself drink the water or whatever it is that you want to do, right? And the whole idea of habit stacking is stacking a habit that you already have with a new habit that you want to create. So she already had the habit of drinking coffee, and so she wanted to attach the water habit to it. If you remember back to when Deontay Young was on the podcast, he did this habit stacking method too. He wanted to create a gym habit. He didn't like going to the gym, but you know what he did like? McDonald's. So for the first week, all he did was picked up his McDonald's, and then went and sat in front of the gym, right in front of in the parking lot in the gym, and ate his McDonald's. That is it. And then the next time, like, he went in for a few minutes. And then like, okay, all I have to do is go in for 5 minutes. Then the next week, all I have to do is go in for 10 minutes, right? Just to create the habit. Just take 21 days, take 30 days of trying to create a new habit. And it can be small micro steps. It doesn't have to be anything huge. I recently heard that habits create your year. Goals do not. So focus on these teeny tiny habits. They might seem so small, but those are the things that are going to make your year amazing. Those are the things that are going to make huge transformational steps. So take it from Christa. Do habit stacking. If you want to start drinking more water, what can you attach that to? Can you start drinking more water with your coffee, or before you have coffee, or whatever it is? Insert the thing that you want to have, right? Say you like dessert. Okay, have water before dessert. I think Christa also gave the example of loving to listen to podcasts. So to motivate herself to listen to podcasts, then she was like, okay, I can walk with that. She already had the podcast habit, and she just changed it to walk while she listened to podcasts. What is one small habit that you'd like to create? Now, do you have another habit that you can piggyback it with, that they can go hand in hand? Something that you already do that you can associate that habit with? All right, I can't wait to hear on the gram what it is that you're going to habit stack, what the habit you already have, and what's the one you want to create. So hit me up on Instagram at Ordinary to Badass. I want to hear from you. Okay, the second reason why Christa Elza is so badass is for walking the plank. Christa talked about leaving her corporate job, right? She was leaving a clinic to start her own business for functional medicine. And she said, I felt like I was standing on a plank and I was at the very edge of the plank. Terrifying, right? She didn't know if she could go into business on her own. She had never done it before. But she knew that there was something different for her. She saw that where she was at, they were not treating the cause of an illness or of a problem. Any treatment they were giving wasn't treating the actual cause. That was her passion. So it didn't cut it for her to stay there. Like, that wasn't in alignment with what she wanted to do. So she veered off on her own. Is there something in your life that's not in alignment for you right now? Is there a way that you can veer off on your own? Or do you even need to veer off on your own? Maybe there's a way that you can do it within the same business that you're in, or within the same job that you're in. Remember back when we talked to Marnie Moore a couple episodes ago? It's like she was at a job and she didn't like what her boss was having her do. She wanted to change duties so bad. And so then one day she just told her boss, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this. And her boss agreed. Then she just started telling clients, this is what I'm doing. You'll have to contact so-and-so for that. What? That's pretty badass. Can you do that? Maybe you can redefine your role. It might not even have to be as bold as saying, I'm not doing that anymore. It could be, hey, this is no longer working for me. Can we try this? I'll do X, but can you do Y? Or can I assign Y to somebody else? Sometimes you have to negotiate and you have to set your boundaries. Do you feel like you're walking the plank right now? Because if you do, that's time for maybe to make a change. Again, it doesn't have to be a completely different job. It doesn't have to be a completely different boss. It can be just making a change in your duties or speaking up or setting boundaries. Oftentimes, there's a lot of greatness that comes with doing hard things. And so I'm going to suggest that for you. Try to do hard things, especially if you're having that feeling like something's got to change, something's got to give here. I recently heard a mentor of mine say to try to, whatever feeling you're looking for, whatever feeling you want more of, then try to simulate that in another area of your life. So maybe you're looking for more freedom in your life or more freedom at your job, right? So then do an activity where you're going to feel more freedom, where you're going to feel free and alive. And then that signals something to your brain and could help you with your work situation because you're experiencing that emotion that you're looking for. Or maybe you're looking for more of a speaking role at work and to push your boundaries, to step outside of your comfort zone. Where else can you do that? Maybe you join a public speaking class and push yourself and step out of your comfort zone there. I'm always a big fan of Toastmasters, so that's an option. But whatever emotion you're looking for, then get that same emotion, but in a different place, in a different area of your life. Because then oftentimes it will come back full circle. I'm going to be honest, I haven't tried that one yet, but it's definitely on my list of things to do. Okay, the third reason why Christa Elza is so badass is because she was a copycat. Now, oftentimes we think of a copycat as a bad thing, and I'm here to tell you it's not. So when Christa started her new business and was doing functional medicine and was out on her own, she started doing things with a mentor, having somebody else help her. She said, you don't have to be a lone wolf and go it alone, or spend 1 year to figure it out for yourself when you can hire somebody to make it easier for you. So she followed a mentor and she implemented the systems that they recommended and used lab work at labs that they recommended. She didn't just sit there and struggle and try to duke it out herself. Now, I have often been in my life the duke it out myself kind of girl, but I've learned, oh man, that usually takes way longer than I am expecting, right? So now it's like, okay, if I can listen to somebody who's gone before me, I am all in. If that's going to shorten my time and I'm going to learn quicker and faster and go further, then why the heck not, right? So do you have any mentors in your life? What is something that you would love to be doing? Do you know anybody who is doing that thing or who has done that thing, who's went through it themselves? So maybe you want to write a book. Do you know anybody who's an author? If not, how can you get around people that are authors? Maybe it's just going to a conference and meeting other people who are authors or aspiring authors. That actually, as I said, that gave me a little bit of a throwback. Probably 4 years ago, I wanted to be an author so bad. All my life, I've wanted to be an author. And so I joined a mastermind where the head person, Jeff Goins, was an author. Okay, cool. And then it is amazing to me, amazing how many author friends that I have now. Like 4 years ago, 0. Oh, nope, 1. I had one friend that had written a children's book, and that I didn't have any other friends or anybody else that I knew that had written a book. So I was like, oh my gosh. But like now, 20, 30, 40, I don't know. I know quite a few people who have written books and it's very inspiring. And like now there's a bunch of people that I can call on to ask questions. But I had to put myself in that situation to be around other people who are authors or aspiring authors. And I could cheer them on. They could cheer me on. So don't be afraid to find a mentor or find a group of people who have the same goals as you. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. 3 reasons why Christa Elza is so badass. First, because of her coffee hack. Second, for walking the plank. And third, for being a copycat. If you like this episode as much as I did, I am going to urge you to reach out to Christa Elza and myself on Instagram. Take a screenshot of this episode and tag us on Instagram to let us know what you think. Tell us your takeaways. Christa can be found at Christa Elza, CHRISTAELZ as in zebra, A. And then me, you can find me at Ordinary to Badass on Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you, to hearing your takeaways and what you're implementing. With that, we'll end our show. Tell the badass women out there staying in the arena, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, own it and get after it.
Now that you've listened to this episode of Ordinary to Badass, we want to hear from you. Go to our website, ordinarytobadass.com/podcast, and submit your own experience on how you took your life from ordinary to badass and get the chance to be on a future Spotlight episode of the show. That's ordinarytobadass.com/podcast. While you're waiting for the next episode of the show, wipe off the sweat, dust off the dirt, and get back in the arena.